It's Week 8 of the NFL, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Bengals and the Steelers on Monday night.
Now from the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden studios, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far. Perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that line coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through, dropping for an 8-yard loss.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Back to throw, Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. With it is Jackson.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
So no advantage in this game for either quarterback in terms of coming off that open week, huh?
Yeah, they both had buys.
Both had them, so you got to figure both of them went back, watched some extra tape, polished up their game, checked out their fundamentals. But they also both had an extra week to prepare for each other's defenses. This could be a whole lot of fun.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man is Yoshivas.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, You got to understand, you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 8 and a first down.
The Bengals at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Jamar Chase, the intended receiver.
But it's going to be second down.
You look at this Steeler defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here, 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak. Plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is. And let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Here's Fields.
And he's got his big tight end here. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap. Fields completes this one to Pickens.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
From the 50, here's Fields. He finds Pickens over the middle.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Fields.
Steps away to his left.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And the Bengals grab it. There he goes, right side.
Down to the 10.
And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
McPherson on for the point after.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
2nd and 11. Play action. It's Fields.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
On first down, it's Palmer. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8. Fields.
On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards that time for number 19. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
To throw is Fields.
Washington with a catch, middle of the field.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
Fields now to throw.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Justin Fields
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Steelers are back within a score.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make our score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bengals offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And Burrow going to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Burrow
In the final seconds of the first half.
and the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was Joe Burrow who took it himself for the touchdown run. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game.
As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Jaden Daniels, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. From there, let's head over to Minneapolis to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they were losers in that one as they fall to the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Geno Smith leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Trevor Lawrence leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B, their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet.
I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. Both teams making their final adjustments. We're back to football. And for the call, right down the street from here, we go back to Brandon God.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of this season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Here we go.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
From the 46, here's second and 2.
Here we go, here we go.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now Fields.
Allen has it, left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Now a toss play. Allen.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
That's caught. It's Austin left side.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Here's Allen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
They'll run for it. This is Allen. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And he will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth.
Here we go, here we go.
From midfield now, Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
16 more on that one and another first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game.
Here we go.
This 2nd and 4.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
This one complete to Yoshivas. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Burrow will throw. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Now it's Fields.
Allen's got it complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Back to throw. Fields.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. There he goes.
Daxton Hill
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. And the Steelers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun. Fields.
And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Finds Pickens out right.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
George Pickens.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They'll go again here with Moss.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
They'll run on first down with Moss.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Come on, ready? Here we go, here we go.
Now a handoff up the middle. Spencer. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
And he will have a Bengals first down, and it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Up the middle they go. It's Spencer. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Bengals are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And a long run there in the end to top it off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here. We'll do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to play, as they continue to move forward.
I just want to put this one behind them. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
But Charles, you think about this victory, pretty impressive. They came in facing one of the top defenses in the National Football League. Not only did they get the win, they played a clean football game, didn't have any turnovers against that great defense.
Yeah, it's a terrific observation, because you know they emphasize ball security, wanted to avoid making any major mistakes playing against that tough defense, and they were turnover-free and took points when they were available. Excellent execution, and they did it confidently.
So for the Bengals, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.